Have you heard people say, always watch out for the quiet ones? There is some wisdom in this advice because not all quiet people are that way due to being shy. There are those like Sigma men who live by the lone wolf mindset. They are not flamboyant and would never draw attention to themselves. The reason these men often seem distant and detached is much deeper, and sometimes their reason can be a reflection of the people they are around than a reflection of the Sigma's personality. You are about to find out what goes on in the head of the lone wolf when he withdraws himself from his environment. The number one reason is, Sigmas don't like pretending. When the Sigma male does not like a social setting or is not interested in the topic being discussed, they would rather stay quiet and withdrawn than get involved. These men would prefer not to join issues with some people or give credence to any conversation they disagree with. If a lone wolf attends an event or finds himself in a social situation and is uncomfortable or dissatisfied there, he would prefer withdrawing than sitting it out. Sigma men may find themselves in this kind of situation out of obligation and not interest, so they try to keep their involvement as brief as possible. Don't be surprised when they are the first to leave a party they were invited to, even when they are only going back home to have some time alone. Once a Sigma male believes he has given enough time to a social gathering, he is never shy about declaring that he wants to leave. The good thing is they withdraw as gracefully as possible, so don't worry about one spoiling the mood of your party. The number two reason is they are not sycophants. A sycophant is a person who flatters wealthy or influential people to gain favor or advantage from them. But lone wolves are not given to groveling for favors. They prefer to earn anything they get, boldly and openly. Alpha males love sycophants because they help them boost their ego, and most leaders love the larger-than-life status they get from their followers. Sigma men only want to be part of groups where everyone is respected and given autonomy. So if they find themselves in a group where people grovel at a leading figure, the Sigma male would become withdrawn and distant. He wants nothing to do with such a group. He would prefer walking on his path alone than to be part of the minions, spellbound by a charismatic leader. So, if a Sigma male finds himself in a situation where every's voice is not respected, but the alpha is who everyone is pandering to, he would rather withdraw to himself than be involved. Number 3. The Sigma has high standards and expectations. Like the previous reason, Sigma males do not like when people do not think for themselves, but just follow a common ideology handed to them by their leader. Sigma males, on the other hand, want to be around people of high intellect and with the freedom to express themselves. Sigma men are always concerned about the quality of the thoughts and words of those around them. If the quality is not high, then there is no value to be gained in such a situation, and the Sigma man would prefer to be detached from such people. They don't settle for less than what they deserve or want, and they don't compromise on their values or principles. They also expect others to respect them and treat them well, which can make them more selective and cautious when it comes to relationships. If they cannot get these expectations met, Sigma men would prefer to be withdrawn. Some studies suggest that having high expectations can be beneficial for relationships, such as helping couples behave more positively towards each other and increasing commitment. However, this is not always a good thing because it simply makes it difficult for the Sigma to break the communication wall he experiences with most people. Sigma men are not perfect. They are humans too, just that they place a very high standard on themselves. Number 4. They have an efficiency mindset. The lone wolf mentality is all about efficiency, to make the best use of all opportunities given. Sigma men place a high value on their time and feel that they must justify how they spend their precious time. These men cannot be compelled to waste their time, talk less of voluntarily doing so. Like most highly efficient predators, the Sigma male knows that he must conserve his energy for things that matter and not just merely pass time for the sake of socializing or having fun. A lone wolf mindset means being independent, self-reliant, and focused on one's vision. It also means being selective with how they spend their time and who they spend it with. These men prioritize their tasks and goals, and they execute them with efficiency and excellence. They do not let others influence their decisions or derail their plans. They are confident in their abilities and trust their instincts. So when a Sigma man is distant and detached, he chose to do so because he believes that the current environment would drain him, not build him up. Number 5. They crave decorum and respect. Sigma men are gentlemen. They are conservative on the subject of proper conduct, and they expect this conduct from those they choose to associate with. Decorum means appropriate behavior, and it is important for Sigma men because it shows respect for themselves and others, and it creates a positive and orderly environment. These men do not like being in chaotic situations where people lose the sense of their values. So sometimes when Sigma men are withdrawn, it is not because they do not wish to engage, but because the environment or people around are chaotic and exhibiting childish behaviors. Sigma men use decorum to communicate effectively and persuasively with different people and situations. They also use decorum to avoid distractions and conflicts that can harm their reputation or well-being. Decorum is a virtue that helps successful men achieve their goals with dignity and integrity. These men steer clear of people who are rude, dishonest, or manipulative. They do not get involved in gossip, drama, or conflict. They dodge toxic and negative situations that can damage their reputation or well-being. Sigma men strive to create and maintain a positive and respectful environment where they can excel and prosper. Men who accept relationships where there is no respect cannot achieve success, as there can be no corporation. Number 6. The independent mindset. Sigma men are self-sufficient. Just like pack animals, humans come together to improve their chances of survival. This lifestyle is advantageous in many ways, as the pack is expected to watch out for each other. That is how it is supposed to be. But we live in a world of betrayals and manipulations, where leaders that are supposed to guide and protect are nothing but predators taking advantage of those lower in the ranks. So the lone wolf exists outside this system of community. Even though he is part of society, he ensures his mind remains free. He can weave in and out of the pack and establish his own territory. The Sigma man disconnects and withdraws to preserve his independence, so he is not a burden to anyone. He is not afraid to work and pay the price for his survival. And surprisingly, men who have an independent mindset are usually the most successful. These men enjoy their alone time. They don't need a lot of socializing to feel satisfied. They also use their alone time to pursue their passions, hobbies, and interests, which can enrich their lives and boost their creativity. According to psychologists, reserved people are often emotionally stable. They don't experience extreme highs and lows of mood, but rather maintain a steady and balanced state of mind. They are also good at managing their emotions without letting them overwhelm or cloud their judgment. This can help them cope with stress and adversity, as well as make rational decisions. Number 7. They prefer close relationships. Sigma males are very conservative when it comes to making friends. They don't believe in the majority. They instead are satisfied with being with the minority, as long as that minority possesses high values. Sigma men are comfortable having very few friends and cool with not being popular. They don't feel like they are missing out on anything when they are withdrawn. If they refuse to be at a party, they don't feel like it would have been better to attend. These men do not surround themselves with negative or mediocre people who drag them down or hold them back. They choose to associate with positive and ambitious people who inspire them and challenge them to grow. Sigma men value quality over quantity when it comes to relationships. They are loyal to their friends and partners, but they do not depend on them for happiness or validation. Sigma men have a lone wolf mindset because they are leaders, not followers. They do not conform to the norms or expectations of society. They create their path and follow their passion. There is no need for them to seek approval or recognition from others. They are driven by their values and purpose. These men are happy with themselves and proud of their achievements. Sigma men have a lone wolf mindset because they are wolves, not sheep. Number 8. Boredom has a different meaning to Sigma men. Boredom means different things to different people. Sigma males can be hyperactive, but they do so in an introverted manner. They would always be found busy doing something but engaging in trivialities, especially when it is based on social expectations, is not just one of those things they enjoy doing. These men are content being alone with their thoughts. If they are bored, they prefer taking a walk or sitting out and enjoying nature. The activities Sigma men enjoy are generally considered boring by most people, but that is just how their minds are wired. So when next you see a Sigma male keeping to himself, just let him be, and he would appreciate you for that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and watch this one as well. Thanks for watching.